What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna make the BMW M5 breathe a little bit better with some downpipes, baby. So yes, we are going to be installing some downpipes on the car, but these are not the ones that we're going to be installing. These are catless downpipes from Project Gamma, but these are not the ones we're going to be installing. Okay, I will show you what we'll be installing once we get to that step. But yes, indeed, in today's video, we are going to be putting in downpipes on the BMW M5 because the factory system is too quiet. You can't hear it, and I want it to be louder because there's nothing to hear inside. And the best bang for the buck is to do downpipes on the car. It's the least expensive because any axle back system that I've looked online, ideally, the one that I would like is Eisenman, the sport or race muff or axleback system. But those run for around $3,200, which is insane for just an axleback system. So today we're going to be taking this apart step by step. I'm starting late. It's around 8 o'clock already. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of disassembling here. I'm not gonna make a full in-depth video of how to do this because just today I watched probably 5 or 6 videos on YouTube of somebody going in step by step in detail how it's done. So I'm not going to redo it all because it's already there. But this is just going to be kind of a progress log of the car and how we do things. So stay tuned for that, boys. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take apart the top end, get this cover off, get the brace off, get the O2 sensors out. Let me show you. So basically, for those of you that don't know or haven't watched other videos, the downpipes are sitting right under these covers. So your DME, which is your car computer, you have 1 and 2 right here. They are mounted onto this bracket, which they're grounded to. And then other than that is just little couple screws back here and here to get this out. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the EMEs out of the way, disconnect the battery, and go from there. Helpful tip that I'm going to give you is when you're doing anything with the DMEs. So the DMEs are grounded to that metal brace. So it's your best bet to disconnect the battery because when you're going to be disconnecting the ground to the DMEs, you don't want any power going to the DME without it being grounded. So that's a little helpful hint that I'll give you. Other than that, check out the other videos on YouTube, and we'll probably be back tomorrow once I have this disassembled, and we'll go a little bit deep diving in, okay? I thought I'd jump in and give you a little quick progress video. So this is going a lot smoother and easier than I expected. I got the brace off, I got the heat shield off, I took the intakes off just for easier access. And if you look right there, baby boys, those are some ginormous catalytic converters. Very, very, very big. Let me see if I could get this light to stay here. So basically, just kind of got the DMEs out of the way. Easy access to the spark plugs. I'll talk to my brother. We'll consider changing those tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, from here, I'm going to just loosen these couple bolts from the mounting bracket, and I'm going to pay particular attention to where these V-band clamps sit because the wastegates are right here. So I don't want to, when I reinstall, I don't want this to affect the movement of my wastegates. So yeah, pretty smooth going, okay? My original O2s. Yeah, just little by little. Very easy. I'm very impressed so far. All right, another update video. I took off the V-bands, and our original cats are nice and loose. So the only thing holding them now is those bolts on the underneath, which I don't know how well those things actually hold this exhaust in place. Which, look, they actually don't. I bet you I could spin this thing out right now. which actually I'm gonna attempt to do because I don't know, I have no idea how those that clamping down there works. So let me put you guys down and try to take these babies out right now. I got the O2 sensor off. Either it's gonna come out or those bottom bolts really do need to be loosened out. You know, I think I gotta loosen this bracket. Okay. Yup. Here we go. We got ourselves a freaking OEM catalytic converter without even having to undo this bottom connection. I have no idea how this bottom connection seals anything. Honestly, what the heck? What the heck? There we go. Stock cat. I'm actually gonna put the sensor in here so it doesn't get jacked up on us. But there we go. We got a stock cat out. There she blows. Yeah, matey, let me show you. Look at that cat. It's already starting to fall apart. Original cat, 58K miles. Let me have a look at this one. Oops. This one here looks okay. So I'm gonna call it a night here. We got the cats out, and that legit took me what, 45 freaking minutes, guys? 45 freaking minutes. Tomorrow when we get some better lighting, we're gonna look into all these babies here. Got our wastegates. I don't know if you guys could see. Some wastegate action. But yeah, that was freaking easy. So there's that pipe. Wow, yeah, that makes no sense how that pipe is held inside, guys. If you look down there, okay, how is that holding anything? Crazy. But whatever. All right, so for the second part of this, the reason I lifted the car up is because I'm going to take off the metal underpan here for two reasons. One, I dropped the bolt and I heard it hit the pan, so that's one reason. The second reason is I want to have a better look exactly how the downpipes fit into the bottom connection for the exhaust. So I'm going to take that off so I have it properly installed. So let me go do that. One piece of good news, I found the bolt that I dropped. Hey. All right, guys, we are underneath the car, okay? And those are the bolts right there. And right on the other side, where this exhaust is being held into place. Supposedly, the downpipe's held in place. But how? Those bolts are secured, and I have it taken apart. So this should be an 11 mil. Break that loose. What in the world is this theoretically holding? I guess, hold on. Let me loosen the other side. So I guess this flange is, okay, let me get the other side. All right, so let's see if I could visualize and demonstrate for you. So that top flange is mounted to the engine, and the exhaust sits up against it and gets tightened to that. And then there's two like gaskets. One's a donut gasket, and then the other one is like that flat gasket. Let me get them out and show you. So you could see I came prepared for this job. Those old flange gaskets right there, I will be replacing with new ones. So that's that. Then you have these, which actually they don't look too bad, but as you could tell, this one is the new one is a little bit bigger, so it should seal a little bit better. And also shiny new clamps, because why not? We're gonna have this off anyway. And a lot of people said that sometimes when you undo these, they have a tendency to break. So I didn't want to take a chance, so I'm gonna do new ones. And yeah, so let me go ahead and try and mock these into the car. Like I said, I'm not gonna really film that part because it's just tedious and there's other videos. But if I run into any areas of things that I could advise on that other people haven't, I will definitely film it for you. But yeah, let's go. I gotta say, that is some A+ fitment right here. Look at how beautifully snug it is. And I didn't even tighten anything on top or on bottom. Matches the flanges right there. Very clean. What I will do is what I messed up on. Well, first of all, let me show you some wastegate rattle. So hopefully that doesn't come through too much, but if we look inside, I thought I ordered this O-ring or this gasket, but I didn't, which makes no sense because I could have sworn I did. So, and these are Honeywell turbos, guys. Before they were Garrett's, I don't know when they switched over to Honeywell, but Honeywell makes home humidifiers and stuff, so that's interesting. But interesting, yeah. All right, so the hardest part of this job was getting the downpipes fitted, and particularly just getting these V-bands on was a pain in the butt because the ceramic coating on the flange made it thicker, so I had to shave it down so in order for this clamp to actually seat, because otherwise it would not seat at all. But now that we got it on, I'm gonna button up all the top here, these bolts, and then I'll go underneath and tighten down those two bolts that hold it together, and then we'll slowly start putting everything together. I think I was talking to Bully Kid, and he recommended to, while I have all this out, to do the spark plugs, and I think that's gonna be a good idea. Just do the spark plugs. I'll check everything, I'll see how they all look, and I might even throw in the freaking ignition coils. I mean, since I have it all apart, why not? We'll see how it goes, but let me do the exhaust first and then we'll think about that. All right, so a few hours later, as I'm buttoning everything up, I decided to change the spark plugs and the coils. I mean, I had all this taken apart, and the PCV valve I'm gonna change. I've had it all taken apart. I'm like, let me just do it because this is a shitload of work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 coils. So all the spark plugs look more or less like this. They were not terrible considering there's 30K on these. So they don't look bad. None of them had oil on them or fuel, which is freaking fantastic. So we don't have any leaking injectors. That's great news. Great sign. So continuing on, guys, continuing on. And for those people that say you need to remove and unplug your DMEs completely in order to access the downpipes or the spark plugs. You do not. Couple extensions, swivel socket, and you could get this done instead of dealing with unplugging those crazy wires and dealing with all those wires. No thank you. Status update. Guys, status update, okay? It's been raining all day, which is great because I can't drive the car in the rain because I don't want to get dirty. So, status update. Everything in the engine bay is buttoned up. Intakes are on. New PCV valves installed. O2 sensors installed, connected. MAF sensors connected. DME grounds, both sides connected. DME is in. Everything is installed. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to tighten down those damn heat shield bolts. Frick! Okay, no big deal. I will tighten that up. Lift the car back once more. I will tighten up the bottom bolts, and this thing is gonna be done. And what I'm gonna do next is actually change the rear diff fluid because my oil just came in, but I'm gonna make a separate video for that. Yeah, stay tuned for when this is all buttoned up and we go in the car and do a first start. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be maybe some codes or something because the battery's been disconnected and blah blah blah. So we'll see what happens. But all right, so we're all done. Moment of truth. We're gonna do a cold start. I'm gonna let it idle. We're gonna check if we get a check engine light. I mean, theoretically, there's still a high flow cat, so there should be a slight difference in the metering before, you know, with the pre-cat oxygen sensor to the post-cat. So it might throw a cell, it might not. We'll see. If it does, I will use boot mod, and I could use my stock tune without tuning it and just disable the rear O2 sensors, and then, you know, drive it, log it, see what it's doing. If it's happy, then I could go stage 1, and then, you know, so on and so on. So let's get this cold start going. That cold start was much louder, let me tell you. All right, so definitely sounds much louder. You know, it was still cold, so I didn't rev it too high. I didn't hear too much of a whistle yet, but we'll let these babies break in. You definitely hear a lot more wastegate rattle. Definitely hear wastegate rattle. With the, you know, with the car here with the hood open and without the cover, I definitely hear it. But just gonna overlook, make sure everything is good. And yeah, I mean, everything looks good. So you know, the true test is gonna come when I actually take it out and drive it. Hopefully it stops raining. I mean, but if it doesn't, do I want to take this out on the road in the rain? Absolutely not really, but I don't know, we'll see, I guess. Pretty much, let's just say we're gonna cut the video here. So the downpipes are installed. Everything seems to be okay for now. It's stock tune, nothing changed. I'm gonna drive it, see how it reacts, let the computers kind of do their thing. If they decide to be finicky and throw a check engine light for the downpipes, so be it. You know, that's something that's gonna happen, and I'm expected that. So we'll take further actions going from there. But yeah, super excited. Definitely love the cold start. So yeah, I like it.